So when I get comments like this, it just is kind of confusing. I've literally always been the trendsetter behind the most honest information.
Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today, we are once again talking about Quantum TV, the fellow who just will not accept the L and let his channel die, when it should have died 5 years ago. Now, today, I'm gonna try and be a bit more chilled out and comedic, because Quantum clearly gets frustrated during this video, and so I'm gonna try and crack some jokes at his expense. He just lets Elden Ring live in his head rent-free. And just like with Harmon Smith, not only has Quantum allowed Elden Ring to live in his head rent-free, Elden Ring has built up a mafia empire in his head and it now runs the place. Elden Ring is the dawn of the mafia in Quantum TV's head, and it won't leave unless he takes it out on a bunch of people asking Quantum to bring up the DV case he went through, and talk about Elden Ring more, and a bunch of other stuff. It's great. My god, Hidetaka Miyazaki managed to make a game that was so good, it actually ruined a man's life. You can't make this stuff up. I couldn't make stuff like this up if I tried. It breaks my freaking heart to know this, and it depresses me that I lack both the creativity and the intelligence level to make stuff like this up. Anyways, we should let Quantum tell his side of the story, though it'll be filled with lies, plot holes, and bullshit that will leave a lingering stench in your house for months to come. You may now speak, Quantum TV.
I thought it would be fun to show you guys what 10 days of comments are like under the held for review on Quantum TV. All the time we always hear how it's just all the comments where I can't take criticism, and I'm just censoring any dissenting voice and holding them for review, and yeah, okay.
Well, Quantum, there is one thing I can think of in regards to you holding comments for review, and your now ex-wife confirmed this, but it's because you just can't handle criticism. You hide any comments that question or talk about your past because you and everyone else know that if they question you, others are going to look into you and find out that you ain't this swell guy that you like to claim that you are. You're just like DSP. You can't handle criticism, and you act like you put out chill positive content, but the instant things go sideways or someone says something you don't like, you get that ass banned bitch. Wouldn't it be better to just admit to wrongdoing, Quantum? I mean, yeah, okay, you'd still get punished, yes, but at the same time, your punishment probably wouldn't be as bad as it's gonna be when everyone finds out that you've been lying. Also, Quantum, hiding comments on your channel for review and allowing only the ones to be shown that stroke your ego, for example, it just makes you look like a fascist, bro. I swear, man, what is it with all these thin-skinned crybabies nowadays? Folks, it's a very simple concept, but I'll explain it to you anyway. If you can't handle criticism, then you shouldn't be on the internet at all. It is not the place for you if you can't. So leave, and let those of us who don't mind other people not stroking our ego talk in peace. Please.
So this is what the last 10 days have been like, right? So we've got somebody that has been looking into public records and can see that I'm going to court because, hello, spoiler alert, I went through divorce, and so I've got other things that I'm working through in my personal life, right? That they're just like, oh, excited for October 6th. It literally holds no value to them.
Oh! Trust me when I say this, Quantum, but October 6th holds, or rather held, it's October the 12th when I'm recording this. It held a great deal of value for me. Mostly because that was the day you went to court to have your wife's restraining order dissolved, and the judge saw right through your bullshit and upheld the restraining order. Thank God. I only wish that I could have been there to see the look on your face when the judge said, "Fuck you," and upheld the restraining order, because that would have been sweet. But oh well. I didn't, and so I have to make do with what I've got. And this video is plenty of salt enough from you to make me happy for you're hitting me with a fraudulent copyright strike.
But they're, again, lurks trying to, like, do all kind of creepy shit because, you know, the internet's weird. You got links. I don't like links at all. I don't care what they are, right? Because we don't know. It could be a scam site. It could be a fetch link that, like, it takes people's money, all kinds of stuff. So I usually don't allow links, period. Those always get held for review. And YouTube also doesn't like links, so sometimes they auto hold it, right? But I love these guys. You know, the ones that, like, they make it their life's mission to, like, because I don't give it attention, to give me the link to somebody's no doubt YouTube video of some point, since it says shared at the end of that. Okay, so they're sharing someone's video and they're like, here, watch this guy's video, watch what he thinks about you, as if anyone cares, right?
You know, for somebody who doesn't care about this at all, you sure do like to bring it up in your videos. Also, Quantum, while you are right about links leading to only God knows where, YouTube doesn't hold comments with links for review. They automatically delete them. And I say thank God for that somewhat. But it's also like, what if I want to send someone the link to my Discord server in a YouTube comment where they actually asked for it? So yeah, Quantum has a small point on this one, but only a very small one. However, Quantum doesn't like those links because if he watches those videos, it'll shatter his fragile little ego.
You have literally endless Elden Ring people. Like, this is like the crux of it. So everyone that tries to say that this isn't about Elden Ring, it has nothing to do with it. Let's see, looking up my mom, they're literally still talking about shit. What has it been, like 2 years now? Like, it's almost sad. Like,
nah, Quantum, it ain't been 2 years just yet, bro. Sorry, I keep saying bro, and I'm starting to sound like Quantum TV because of it, but that's what happens when you cover the same guy over and over again. But anyway, no, it hasn't been 2 years yet. The only reason we bring up Elden Ring in regards to you specifically, Quantum, is because we know it'll trigger this huge meltdown from you, and it's really entertaining. It was especially entertaining in how Elden Ring ruined your life. You see what I mean? These people who hate Elden Ring have allowed that game to build an empire network in their heads, and they just won't stop talking about it. Also, Quantum, I got the Platinum Achievement for Elden Ring, just so that you know. It's just entertaining to see them all, right? Quantum TV, Acer Thorn, Harmon Smith, and everyone else who has ever talked about Elden Ring negatively. They just keep talking about it when those of us who actually played and liked the game beat it quite a while ago. We've moved on. But I have a question I would like to ask Quantum now, and that is that since he never bought nor played Elden Ring at all, why does it continue to live rent-free in his head then? That's like me saying that I hate Fallout 3 without even having played it first, and I bitch about the game when anyone ever talks about it. It's like it must trigger bad memories for him. He must have PTSD from it because no one ever challenged his opinion before on video games. Anyways, that's all water under the bridge, done and dusted, because your review was invalid, Quantum, because again, not only did you not play Elden Ring, you didn't even buy it, so your opinion is, just like Acer Thorns and Harmon Smiths and everyone else who hasn't played it, automatically invalid.
why are you not in jail? Like, you know, this guy really wants to be seen, right? He's like, can you review your domestic abuse charges? You mean the ones that were dropped? I mean, like, at this point, it's just like everyone can believe what they want, but it's always so funny to watch it. There's one community that is always at the helm of this. Elden Ring.
That's because you keep bringing Elden Ring up. Even after everyone stopped making fun of you for your crappy take on Elden Ring, you just kept bringing up Elden Ring when the rest of us had already moved on to greener pastures. Also, the only reason the domestic abuse charges against you were dropped, Quantum, is because your ex-wife changed her cell phone number before the court case so that you couldn't contact her. While I do wish that she would have clobbered you in court first before changing her cell phone number, I mean, she did the right thing in the end, to an extent. And to anyone who knows you personally, Quantum, I hope that they too can get away from you before it's too late.
Oh, you're a religious zealot. You're a ticking time bomb. Copyright strikes. Oh, I imagine where he came from, right? It's the same thing every single time. Elden Ring. If we count the amount of times Elden Ring comes up, or they're talking about domestic abuse, right? Like, by the way, never hit my wife, which is how charges get dropped, by the way. They don't just drop charges because you hit somebody or you've done something that they can verify without reasonable doubt that you are this person, right? Like,
just so that everyone knows this, and please forgive me, Anonymous, but there was a police report that was filed when Quantum TV was arrested for domestic violence. In addition to that, Anonymous has been in talks with Quantum's ex-wife, where she has shown pictures of Quantum beating the shore where Quantum had beaten the shit out of her. Seriously, Quantum, did you just forget about the police report and the pictures of your wife's beaten up face? I wouldn't be surprised. Just like with DSP, if Quantum says it didn't happen, then it didn't happen. Only in this case, it absolutely did happen and we have evidence of it, or at least Anonymous does. And now Quantum just wants to try to cover it up. Too bad that's not how it works, and again, the DV charges against Quantum TV were dropped because his wife changed her cell phone number before the court case was set to go through. Not because Quantum didn't hit his wife. Dude, like, how stupid can you get? Seriously.
it's so ridiculous, but again, they'll figure that out in their own lives when they go through something really terrible and toxic like I did, but that's neither here nor now. They can sit there and say, you were arrested for domestic violence. Yes, I was, and it sucked. But guess what? Those charges were dropped. I mean, every single day. Why does he have a channel? Is this the Blackie that ruined the entire, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
toxic. Is that the word you want to use now in regards to what you went through, Quantum? Did something happen in the prison cell where you were held? The only one who was going through something toxic was your now ex-wife, from what I'm seeing. And considering that you hit me with a fraudulent copyright strike when I was trying to help you get your life back on track, now I want revenge and I won't stop until I get it. If you want me to stop with my roaring rampage of revenge, or for these other people you're talking about to just leave you alone, then you need to delete your channel, all 4 of them, and get out there and get some serious help because you definitely need it. And again, Quantum, just because those charges were dropped doesn't mean you didn't do it, you idiot. Also, folks, don't be going around and being racist to others, especially not Quantum. All it does is just add counters to his victim card's counter of your count, and it makes him look better, at least in his own eyes. But to the rest of us, it makes him look that much worse. But it makes him, like, come up with more bullshit narratives to try and make himself look like he's the innocent little victim in all this mess.
And again, remember what I was saying? This was 2 years ago I've said this, right? What is this, 2022? We're almost at the end of 2023, so I say 2 years, but it was like a year and a half ago or whatever it was at this point. I mean, like, do you guys see the trend, though? Every time Elden Ring is mentioned, they're doxing, they're digging in personal data, they're being racist. I was saying this back then, they're racist.
In those comments? Only a very minor select few were being racist, Quantum, as in just one of them. And others had said racist stuff in the comments before, and I do agree with Quantum on that point that those people should be utterly ashamed of themselves. I mean, absolutely. But here's the thing, Quantum. You were being racist towards black people too, including yourself. Remember those emails that you were being sent, Quantum? Well, guess what? Those emails came to you from you. You sent yourself those emails with pictures of black people hanging from trees. I mean, my God, dude. What does that victim card enable you to do exactly? I mean, I'm just speechless at this point. Like, how many ways does Quantum's victim card allow him to get it out onto the field and use it from his deck, man? Honest to God!
And that was the reason why I made videos responding to them being racially abusive, verbally abusive, all this shit, and just addressing them and clowning on them. And then you know what I said? They have no family, no friends, and no life. They're abuse victims because they want to go play a game where you play, it's an RPG, and your role is the victim. They like that shit, right? That is all they care about. They want to die a bunch of times, right? That really upset them, right?
A little bit. Honestly, Quantum, it upset us a little bit because you suck at the game so badly and you refuse to get good at the game, and you're getting on camera to talk about a game that you have not played nor even bought and tell us that the only reason we like games like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and all the games just like them, you say that we only like them because we have been beaten into liking them. No! We like the games because they actually give the player a challenge, albeit a bullshit challenge at times, and if you don't like them, then that's fine. But when we call you out for talking down your nose to us and saying that the only reason that we like these games is because we've been beaten into liking them, that's going too far, especially considering that you yourself abused your wife. Tell me, when your ex-wife was upholding that restraining order in court that day, assuming that she was there, I don't know, did you tell her that she sounds like an abuse victim? Because she is. She's an actual abuse victim. Did you tell the judge who upheld the restraining order that your ex-wife put on you to go fucking kill himself?
So here they are 1.5 years later, couldn't get me terminated, still sitting here. Why hasn't his YouTube channel been taken down? Why does he still have a channel? Oh, the horror, right? And then you can clearly see they're still talking about Elden Ring, of course, after being racist. Now, if you remember all of those freaking emails I showed you guys like 1.5 years ago of all the black people hanging from trees, all the racial slurs and shit, it's very much exactly what I say it is. That community has a fucking problem.
Klutzy King 552 has already debunked this claim in a video that he made on it not long after it came out, so I'll just link to his video in the description below if I can remember which one it is, so we'll just move along to the next point.
They really do. And maybe one day it'll get sorted. Maybe they'll go on a healing journey or whatever. But these people never usually change. They just get worse. But it's always the same thing. The same talking points over and over again. They're like, oh, domestic violence. You practice homophobia. Elden Ring, bro. Elden Ring. It's all the same shit. Oh, you're still making game reviews? Absolutely. Because you people aren't as big as you think you are. You're not as influential. You cannot stop somebody from doing what they want to do on the platform.
Is that a fact there, Quantum? You can't stop somebody from doing what they want to do on the platform. Is that why you hit the Act Man and Mischief with copyright claims and copyright strikes when they called out your piece of shit Elden Ring review? You sure seem to want me to stop tagging you and talking about you after you hit me with a fraudulent copyright strike. Oddly enough, now you've decided to leave me alone after what Rambo Tweedy did. But no, after that, no. I'm taking you down, Quantum. As Andros says in Star Fox 64, if I go down, I'm taking you with me. At the end of the day, Quantum, one of us is getting tickled, and it ain't gonna be me, bro.
And YouTube showed you that. And I love that even a year later, 1.5 years later, we're still seeing these comments. But Review Tech USA and all of these little cronies will get up there and say, it has nothing to do with Elden Ring. He can't let it go. Now, mind you, I haven't made a single video talking about Elden Ring until this one. But look at all of these fucking comments as early as an hour ago.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. How dumb can you get? Quantum, the only reason these people keep bringing up Elden Ring to you is because they know that it gets under your skin and you have a meltdown whenever Elden Ring gets mentioned. Case in point, look at what you did to Anonymous when he showed off that screenshot of Elden Ring showing the differences between, I think, the Xbox Series X and the PS5. You blew up and booted him out. How thin-skinned are you, really, that a mere game, a mere screenshot of a game, or the mere mention of its name could get under your skin so damn easily?
They're big mad about that Elden Ring thing. They cannot, actually live a life where they let that shit go. Where they go do something else, live a different life, and every day this is their mission. This is their little purpose, right? Mention Elden Ring. But the funny thing is, all of these comments just fucking get held. I'm not going to approve these fucking comments. I occasionally go through and I do one of these. Block, block, and I just go down the line and I just block them. When you hide a user, they're just blocked. Block, block. I don't waste time, right? Typically, this is what happens. And when I block them in this way, block, they just go, oh, you can't take criticism. There is nothing constructive or criticism or criticizing about this. You're just saying that I beat women, which is literally factually incorrect. You can literally go verify it by calling the courthouse.
The police report says otherwise, Quantum. Also, way to prove their point that you just can't handle criticism, or in this case, a joke, except for the wife beating, because that's what you are, Quantum. You are a joke, and a very thin-skinned one at that. You hold comments for review because you can't handle the ones who criticize you, and you only approve those who make you out to be the good guy. Well, guess what? I know the truth, and you don't speak it. Having said that, I do block the people who support Quantum TV, which there's a guy on Anonymous channel right now defending Quantum TV tooth and nail, despite all the evidence against Quantum that has come up, and I'm pretty sure it's just one of Quantum TV's many alt accounts. I've just resorted to blocking those accounts now myself rather than waste time trying to get them to understand how wrong they are to defend a known wife beater and an abuser. Also, Quantum abuses his #1 dick rider, handicapped Mexican now. Quantum hates that guy, according to his now ex-wife. Oh, and another thing, Quantum. What about when you verbally abused the Act Man, Mischief, Review Tech USA? You have abused them verbally. For example, you called Review Tech USA a pedophile, and that's a very serious allegation that you're making there, Quantum, as that sort of allegation can destroy a man's life. So now, you know how it feels, don't you, boy?
Looking at the no information that was filed, you can do a bunch of things that these little creepers are doing to clearly, like, let me put it to you like this. You know how creepy you have to be, okay, to know that I have a court date on October 6th when that's not something that I'm mentioning on my channel?
Nope. That's not creepy at all, Quantum. You see it happen all over the internet all the time, or at least I do, because guess what? When you get arrested, pretty much everything about you from that point on becomes public knowledge. That means the court cases are public knowledge too. Or at least they are to me, as I want to see you suffer for the rest of your life for hitting me with a fraudulent copyright strike when I was trying to help your dumb ass. Also, what about your plot to murder the Act Man and his entire family at Christmas because you were so mad at them? I know this video was made before that knowledge came to light, but now that it's out there, we now know we are right to try and get you punished for life, Quantum, and I at least intend to see it happen.
More importantly, they're digging so hard, they're like over there looking at my TikTok that isn't affiliated in any way, shape, and or form with my YouTube channel. That's also really fucking creepy. They'll send me links to that and they're like, oh, you're on TikTok now? Yeah, I can go on other platforms. I'm on all social media platforms, by the way. Like, I go on social media. Like, this is what I do.
And on your TikTok, you are constantly shit-talking women, or at least you are in the videos that you've made that I've seen on your TikTok account. So there's another example of you being a narcissist just like DSP. You claim you never abused your wife, you never hit her. Turns out that was utter bullshit that stinks to high heaven. You never abused the DMCA/YouTube copyright tool. Again, complete horseshit and bullshit that stinks to high heaven because you did it to me, Jermel. That, by the way, folks, is the last bastion of defense for those who just can't handle criticism is to abuse copyright. Also, just like with DSP, the only reason anyone ever brings up Quantum TV is because you just refuse to let your channel die and move on to something else. It's like you crave negative attention. Also, everyone, just so that you know, a lot of the subscribers that are Quantum TV's channel or make up his subscriber base on his channel are all bots. Quantum TV bought damn near all of the subscribers that he has at this moment in time. His real subscribers now probably number less than 1,000. Maybe more, up to about 1,200, but I know for a fact that most of your subscribers are fakes, because if you get on Social Blade right now and look at Quantum TV's growths, notice how every 2 to 3 days he gains exactly 100 subscribers. I promise you, folks, he's buying subscribers and views, and that goes against YouTube's TOS. Quantum, do this the right way. Earn your subscribers the right way, mate. It's hard, yes, but all you need to do is find something you're passionate about, like music, and stick with that. Not that it matters anymore, Quantum threw away a talent that I and most others would kill to have, just to scam people with shitty TV settings. Oh, and we need to explain that to Harmon Smith as well, because I have reason to believe he also buys subscribers. But, we'll save that for another video. Anyways, you may resume, Quantum, with your nonsense.
And so it's funny because in the same breath, they try to portray themselves as like just being these put down victims of this awful villain of the YouTube community. Every single day, this is what they do. And it's always back to that same thing. It's Actman and his little fucking group. It's Mischief and his little group. It's Review Tech USA and his little group. And they all just do the same thing every single day. 1,000,001 comments. Now, what I love is I can just block this guy once, and you see how he comments a bunch of times? This is another thing, like, I love to show you guys, just because, like, I'm an asshole, and fucking why not? I like watching people, like, actively waste their time.
I'm actually not with the Actman, Quantum. In fact, I didn't even know the Actman existed until you came into the picture with your crappy Elden Ring review. And the same thing goes for Mischief, but I am in no way affiliated with either of them. In fact, I'm pretty sure that none of them even know I exist. If they don't know now, then they will by the time I get your channel taken down once and for all. I cover you still because, let's be real, you just admitted it yourself. You're an asshole and you love to waste people's time, and it's like, well, shit, dude, I could have told you that. You just never asked.
So he commented a lot, right? But like, I block him once, all those comments are fucking gone now. And now look at that. Now we're right here with comments that are held for review. Sometimes they don't need to be held for review, and they just get held for review for whatever strange fucking reason, because I've been targeted, right? So 7 minutes ago, we have stayed blessed. We have all these normal comments. This happens to me too, because YouTube knows, because they're very much cued in, that this is something that has happened where it's just kind of like, I'm being targeted by a bunch of fucking people, and YouTube's just going to hold your fucking comments now.
What? Fuck off, man. No, Quantum, YouTube doesn't just hold your comments for review, and even if they did, you know you can turn that shit off. Also, Quantum, according to your ex-wife, even back in the day when you two were dating, you were constantly scrolling through your YouTube comments, constantly checking them to see which ones, if any, were negative. Even at a restaurant, you were moderating the hell out of your comments and getting rid of the bad ones. Of course, now that this video is live on your channel, and it's also going to be live on my YouTube channel, guess what? We now have irrefutable evidence that you are, in fact, censoring comments, you fucking dumbass. Grow a brain, Quantum. It is a good thing to have nowadays.
So sometimes even normal people can't get through because of all of this bullshit. I mean, like, literally, you're not in jail, pack it up. Like, Elden Ring, like, it's just like, bro, you can't write this shit. It's actually psychotic.
Did you really just say that, Quantum? It's psychotic what they're writing? Mate, you seriously need to go look in a mirror, because as I recall, you got so damn angry at the Actman that you yourself said that if you didn't have anything to lose, you would go to wherever the Actman and his family lives. You would track them all down and kill them all when their guard was down, like at Christmas time. You know, you even planned the order in which you would kill them in order to cause the most trauma. Who is it that's psychotic again, Quantum?
Like, and I watched this, and all I can think to myself is like, man, like, I've gone through a whole ass divorce at this point. I've fucking gone through countless videos at this point, and it's just always the same community every single time, mentioning their garbage ass game that I don't care about.
Sorry to repeat myself, folks, but Quantum TV here repeats himself, and so once again, I ask Quantum, if that garbage ass game gets under your skin so badly, then why do you keep bringing it up? But I suppose the better question is, why do you always respond to those people who bring up Elden Ring in your comment section? All they're doing there is getting a rise out of you, Quantum, and it's clearly working. Maybe you should just take the L and let this go.
Like, do you know how down bad you've got to be to, like, find a guy where he's talking about Mortal Kombat, an entirely different game, and all you can do is talk about a game that came out like over a year ago that he doesn't want to play, has no interest in, and clearly doesn't like. That's his opinion. But you can't accept that. You cannot handle a world where he doesn't want to play that. And then you're just like, well, you should play this game, or after this review, you should do whatever. Like, honestly, bro, like, these people I almost feel sad for them.
Not nearly as sad as I feel for you, Quantum, because your opinion on Elden Ring is automatically invalid. You don't have to like it, but how can you say that when you yourself haven't even played the game? You don't know anything about it. If you have no interest in Elden Ring, then that's fine, but stop fucking bitching about Elden Ring, my guy, because at this point, it's getting old. You didn't play the game. You didn't even buy the game. Yet you have the gall to act like your opinion is valid when it is actually invalid. And yet again, I say this, but if you don't like the game and have no interest in playing the game, then stop talking about it and stop thinking about it. It's really not that difficult of a concept to grasp, I would think.
This is for everybody who runs into these little videos, these fun little hour-long videos that nobody's fucking watching, right? Like, they'll get views from their community, but, like, most people aren't gonna watch, right? And it's really stupid because in these videos, you say whatever you want. I've got nothing to prove to you. My existence and continued existence is proof enough that everything you said about me is fucking irrelevant. And dare I say fucking wrong.
I'll admit to it, Quantum, that I did get a few things wrong about you in the last video, but not everything. For example, when you divorced your wife because you tried to set up this narrative that she was the abuser and you were the abuse victim, you were crying just like the little bitch you truly are. And you even cried like the little bitch you are on stream because you divorced her. And guess what? Everything bad that has happened to you has been something you deserve to have happen to you, and I feel absolutely no pity, no remorse, no empathy, none of that. You deserve every little bit of hatred that gets thrown your way, Quantum, and just like you did with Anonymous, I will tell you that I hope God gives you karma, the likes of which you've never fucking experienced, because this is who you really are.
But they'll argue that the corrupt system just overlooked this one supervillain, as my comments look like this. So, I mean, at some point you have to kind of see that this is very much something that YouTube can see happening. And so you're never going to get me taken down as you want to use this whole, like, we're going to attack him, but then play victim and shiver in a corner after we done slap the guy in the face. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Wow, can you see it, folks? Can you spot the projection yet? He says that we slapped him in the face and then sat in the corner shivering when it was actually Quantum doing that to others, namely with copyright abuse. My God, thankfully we're almost done with this video.
You're like the fucking brick lady going around on fucking TikTok that like always magically gets assaulted and then blames people for it after the fact. Like, it's just, you guys sound a lot like that. And I do feel sorry for you, and I hope you guys can do something else. But just like one of those little fun behind-the-scene things that, like, I don't always share or talk about, because, frankly, I don't really need to. But today I felt like being an asshole and just kind of putting that out there, because why not? It's a fun thing to do. So, yeah, that's the information for behind the scenes for today. And till next time, see you guys later.
Ugh, I swear to God, the only thing that will help Quantum at this point is... I don't even know, man. I'm fucking speechless. He whines that he's the victim, but he also says that he felt like being an asshole today, and it's like, there are times when you weren't acting or aren't acting like an asshole, Jermel? I seriously doubt it when Burn in Hell Jermel is involved. I thought being an asshole was Quantum's default state of mind, but I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. Something that I can do that Quantum just can't. Anyways, that's all for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. And for Quantum TV, go fuck yourself, bro, while you're looking in a mirror. Bye-bye for now!